In the age of the internet, an entire goldmine of knowledge is never more than a few clicks away. The problem is that it sometimes seems like there's just too much out there. How do you decide what's worth knowing and what only clog up your brain with useless nonsense? That's where I come in. From the weird and wonderful to the downright amazing, coming up are 5 facts you didn't know 5 minutes ago. Murder of an air traffic controller. In 2002, 2 airplanes collided in midair, resulting in the deaths of everybody on board. After 2 years, something unexpected happened to the air traffic controller. He was brutally murdered in revenge by an unknown person. Staff who don't smoke get 6 more days off. A Japanese corporation has decided to compensate its non-smoking staff for the smokers' smoke breaks by giving them 6 more vacation days. Doctors advise against using the phrase "fight cancer." The treatment of cancer is no longer referred to as a fight or battle by many medical professionals. They claim that these phrases misrepresent how therapy works, and that if therapies fail, the patient is left with feelings of guilt and the misguided belief that they did not fight as hard as they should have. Why Unix operating system founder's death was ignored. Dennis Ritchie, who developed the C programming language, was one of the co-creators of the Unix operating system and is widely considered as having influenced a component of almost every piece of software that we make use of daily. Passed away exactly 1 week after Steve Jobs. Because of this, his death was largely overshadowed and ignored by the public. Italian physicians invented a fake disease, Syndrome K. A group of Italian physicians invented a fake disease called Syndrome K to protect the Jews who had taken refuge in their hospital from the Nazis. The Nazis were persuaded that Syndrome K was a highly infectious, fatal disease that caused severe disfigurement in its patients. 20 or more people's lives were spared thanks to their efforts. Incorrect medical recommendations, The Dr. Oz Show. After watching 40 episodes of The Dr. Oz Show, Canadian researchers came to the conclusion that roughly 40% of the medical advice given on the show is not supported by evidence, and 15% of the advice is in direct opposition to the evidence. Why Bangladesh have ducks instead of chickens? Due to the fact that ducks are more resilient to flooding than chickens are, in 2010 several farmers in Bangladesh have decided to raise ducks instead of chickens on their farms. The honest facts about GTA's huge success. When Rockstar originally published Grand Theft Auto, they really paid reviewers to write bad reviews in order to make the game controversial and therefore successful. They targeted right-wing news outlets in order to create moral indignation and propel the game to popularity. Shia LaBeouf's plagiarized apology. In 2012, Shia LaBeouf received a lot of criticism for copying scenes from other movies in his first movie as a director. For that, when he publicly apologized to the original artist, Dan Clowes, people found out that Shia's apology was also taken directly from a Yahoo Answers post from 2010. How toxic employees can damage a business. According to the findings of a research conducted at Harvard University, the hiring of a single, highly productive, toxic worker is more harmful to a company's bottom line than the employment of multiple employees who are less productive but more cooperative. Reason behind associating police with donuts? Donut shops were among the first restaurants to stay open late in the 1950s because they provided a safe space for officers to eat, do paperwork, or just relax during their night shift. These areas quickly became popular. Because of this, people started associating police with donuts. Real guns are better for filming than fake ones. For the shooting of Lord of War, starring Nicolas Cage, 3,000 actual guns were purchased since it was less expensive to do so than to purchase props. In addition, they rented 50 tanks that were only accessible for a limited time since the supplier had to sell them to Libya. Roselle Dog wins people's hearts on 9 events. On the morning of September 11, 2001, a guide dog by the name of Roselle helped her blind owner and a number of other people down 78 flights of stairs before the North Tower fell. She also came to offer a lady who was experiencing an anxiety attack some kisses. Mario Puzo wins 2 Oscars. Mario Puzo, the author of the Godfather novels and the man responsible for adapting those books for the big screen, had never written a screenplay before, so he had no clue what he was doing. After taking home 2 Academy Awards, he made the decision to educate himself on the art of screenwriting by purchasing a book on the subject. Great physician Max Planck. When Max Planck was in school, one of his professors advised him against pursuing a career in physics, since nearly everything is already discovered. Planck was quoted as saying that he was not interested in making any discoveries, but rather in gaining a basic understanding. He later became the first person to develop quantum theory and was awarded the Nobel Prize. Japan bullet train system saved millions' lives. The bullet train system in Japan is fitted with an extensive network of seismometers to monitor ground motion. On March 11, 2011, one of the seismometers identified an earthquake of a magnitude of 8.912 seconds before it actually occurred, and it caused 33 trains to come to a stop. As a direct consequence of this, there was just 1 bullet train collision that day. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you have learned something new today, please subscribe our YouTube channel, Weird World Facts. Give it thumbs up and ring the notification bell button for our latest video updates.